So could
Okay.
you repeat it once more?
So what I'm saying is sine power 4 alpha plus cos power 4 alpha. How will I think about it, right? The way you do it is sine square alpha plus cos square alpha whole square, right? A square plus b square plus 2ab will be this, no? This plus this plus this, right?
Yeah, okay, I got it.
And this part is going to be 1, right? So that's why I'll replace it with 1. So 1 minus
Yeah.
this is this, right? So similarly, 3 times this minus 2 times this, I will think of it as a cube plus b cube, where a and b are sine square and cos square, right? So that is equal to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square, right? A cube plus b cube, there's a algebraic identity.
Yeah.
And if a and b are sine square and cos square, then a plus b is 1. So you end up with just sine 4 alpha plus cos 4 alpha minus sine square alpha cos square alpha. Correct?
Yeah.
This is the second term, which when you do a square, it becomes sine power 4. Correct? And sine power 4 and cos power 4 alpha already I know is 1 minus 2, this thing. So I'll replace it with 1 minus 2. So the whole thing becomes 1 minus 3 sine square alpha cos square alpha. Right? Minus 2 and 3 into 1 minus 2 cos square alpha sine square alpha. So now this is minus 6 and this is plus 6. So this gets cancelled. 3 minus 2 answer is 1. Right? Correct?
Yeah.
So basically, it's about writing these correctly. Till here, you have to get correctly. After that, it's about simple simplification and noticing that sine square alpha you should take as x and cos square alpha you should take as y, and write it in terms of those things, right?
Yeah.
You know that x plus y is equal to 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next doubt. Any other doubts or no? So the exercises have single correct, multiple correct, everything they have, right? So the more you practice, the better you will feel about the chapter. So what about Bhavesh? Where have you reached?
I didn't completely start yet.
You haven't started yet. So what have you been doing in maths?
So we've been doing what they're teaching in Ireland, and then that complex numbers and that wavy curve emotion.
Complex numbers and wavy curve. I mean, is there any homework there that is there?
No, so yesterday we had test.
Oh, you have been preparing for your test, huh?
I was trying to.
How was your test?
It was fine.
What about you guys? All three of you had a test, no?
Yeah.
So how did your test go, all of you?
It was good.
Okay. So how many did you attempt? Tell me, Rishi.
I attempted. I think I left 7 questions. So.
Out of 75.
Yeah.
Okay. And Akhil?
Yeah, same. Even I left 7.
Okay. Okay. See, listen. These Allen tests will keep happening. But I want my homework done. Okay. It's as simple as that. Bhavesh, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Allen tests will keep happening. We are ahead of Allen right now. We are doing trigonometry. No, they will do that over the next month. Okay. So we are ahead of Allen right now, and we want to stay ahead, and we want to do well in your Allen tests on its own. Like, we don't have to specially prepare for that. And I want my homework done, because if you do my homework, then I know that you have put in some effort, and I'm also excited about the next class, and we are going to progress fast. We need to progress fast, and we need to know, like, it cannot be that I teach something new today and you have not done last week's work, and then you don't remember enough trigonometry to be able to follow what I'm doing. You understand? There will be a problem.
Yes, sir.
So last week we derived at least 15 formulas and so many formulas we saw. You should have solved at least 30, 40, 50 questions so that those formulas were a little more stable in your memory. Right now you have not done that. That means a little bit of catching up is required this week, right? So make sure that this week you are going to do as much as possible from this booklet, trig booklet. I can also see, I can also send you the Allen trigonometry booklet. I have that also. Right now I'm not following that because anyway you'll get the Allen one latest, right? So I'm not sending you that one. So you might as well just focus on this motion booklet and do as much as you can. Don't there is no other alternative, okay? Like you cannot just get the whole thing by thinking about it or reading it and all. It's about doing questions. That's all it takes, okay? So please try and reach exercise 2, exercise 3 and try and attempt everything that is there in this booklet, okay? I am going to post, if unless you have some doubts that you want to ask, I'm going to postpone discussion of this booklet then. Like if you have some doubts, you can ask me right now. Like I will only discuss the booklet properly when you guys have attempted it enough, no? So ask me, you are free to ask me right now. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. Like I intended to do a problem solving session on the booklets, but right now nobody has solved enough problems, right? So there will be a class when we discuss just the questions of the whole sheet. And next week, definitely for sure, I want the whole sheet to be attempted at least. Attempt the whole sheet. Attempt the exercises. So basically right now you are in exercise 1, there are till exercise 5. Exercise 5 is IIT questions. Exercise 1 is objective. 2 is multiple correct. 3 and 4 are subjectives. Right? So I want you guys to attempt till exercise 5. So there is 1 week time. Last week you should have spent in attempting it. But the reason what I'm saying is that Allen will go super slow, dude. Like if you wait for Allen, no, it will take a lot of time to do the same things. Like next, have they started the next chapter for you guys? In Allen maths, have they started the next chapter?
Still in basic maths.
Basic maths only is going on.
Yeah.
So okay, so see, 1 month they have been teaching basic maths. So trigonometry, they will start soon and they will take 2 months at least on trigonometry. Okay. So you cannot wait for them to come. If you have any doubts in basic maths, you can ask me. Bhavesh, do you have any difficulties in the test? Any issues that happened in the test? Do you have the test paper?
No, I didn't have much difficulty. Only like 1 or 2 questions.
Okay. So I hope the wavy curve and all of that log and all of the indices, exponents and all, there is no issue there in general. There is no problem.
We didn't have log for this test.
You didn't have log. So log you will have in the next test maybe. Okay.
Yeah, log is in the next test.
Okay.
So I have a doubt in the 4th question of exercise 1.
Okay. 4th question of exercise 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. My point is that you guys need to come with all your problems so that I can solve those problems. If you don't ask me anything, then I don't know what you are weak on, right? So 4th question. Tan x minus pi by 2 cos 3 pi by 2 plus x, cos 3 pi by 2 plus x minus sine cube 7 pi by 2 minus x. Again, this is just testing whether you know how to convert. Yeah. Whether you know how to convert it and all. So we'll see. Cos x minus pi by 2, cos x minus pi by 2, and one more is tan 3 pi by 2 plus x. Okay. Okay. So the rules for conversion we'll see now. First of all, I know one thing, that tan of minus x and sine of minus x Cos of minus x. Tell me. Tan of minus x is minus tan x. Minus sin x. But this is cos x.
Yeah.
You guys understand why this is so? Because Akhil, do you understand why?
No.
See, this is a circle. If you take an angle this side, it's anti-clockwise, right?
Yeah.
All the positive angles are supposed to be anti-clockwise direction, okay? And negative angles are supposed to be clockwise direction, right?
Yeah.
So
Cos
if you
is positive in the fourth
correct,
quadrant. That's why, right?
yeah. So if you go clockwise direction, you come to the fourth quadrant, and in fourth quadrant only cos is positive. The other two are negative in the fourth quadrant, right? So that is why it is negative tan, negative sine, but plus cos. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So why am I discussing this all of a sudden? Because I want to not write it like this. This is horrible. X minus pi by 2 and all. I want to write it as pi by 2 minus x.
Yeah.
Right? So minus of pi by 2 minus x. So I'll put a minus sign outside, right? So I will put a minus sign outside and write it as pi by 2 minus x, right? See this because of this.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tan of minus x will be minus tan of x. So, and minus tan pi by 2 minus x, I know a complementary angle. It is going to be minus cot x, right?
Yeah.
So this part is minus cot x. This part, let's figure out. 3 pi by 2 plus x. It's 270 plus x. So that will be fourth quadrant, right? Fourth quadrant, cos will be positive. And the ratio will also change, no? Because it is odd multiple of 90.
Yeah.
So this is 270 plus x. The second rule that we learned last week was, if it is odd multiples of 90, then you have to change cos to sine, right?
Yeah.
And if it is even multiples of 90, then you don't have to change anything, right? So here it will become plus is coming from the first rule, and then sine x. This is plus sine x. Because cos becomes sine, right? This one is 7 pi by 2 minus x. Okay. Okay. So again, odd multiple of 90 degree, odd multiple of 90 degree, right? So it will be first of all, you will have to decide the quadrant. So if it is 7 pi by 2, that means it is 3.5 pi minus x, right? So might as well remove the 2 pi from it. That is just annoying. 2 pi is useless. No, 360 degree rotation doesn't change anything, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody should understand this. 2 pi you can remove it from here, no? So I'll make it 1.5 pi minus x, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because 2 pi doesn't change anything. So 3 pi by 2 minus x. This will be which quadrant? It will be 270 minus x, the third quadrant, right?
Yes, sir.
Sine is negative in the third quadrant, right? And so it will be minus, the sign of this will be negative, and anyway it is odd multiple of sine, so it will be cos x.
Cos.
So minus cos x is the result of this. When you do cube of it, it becomes minus cos cube x.
Minus cos.
So this becomes plus cos cube x overall. So numerator is becoming minus cot x into this part is becoming sin x and plus cos cube x, right? And cos by sine, so this becomes cos cube minus cos. Numerator is becoming this, right? Take cos x common, it becomes cos square minus 1, so minus sine square x, right?
Yeah.
This is the numerator.
Yeah.
Denominator, cos, if you take minus common, then cos remains cos. No, so cos x minus pi by 2 is same as cos pi by 2 minus x, right?
Yeah.
So that becomes a sine. And tan, this is fourth quadrant, tan is negative, and this is becoming a cot, minus cot x, right? Minus minus again cancels, sine cancels here, cos sine by cos by sine. So cos cos cancels, sine square x.
Yeah.
I'm getting option as sine square x. Let's see if there is an option like that. Sine square x is option D. Answer is the answer key there at the end of the book for you guys?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank God. Fourth is D, I think. Yeah, it is D.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you understand
Yeah,
how
so-
we did it, no? It is just the rules that we had learned earlier, right? So
Yes, sir.
how to change something 3 pi by 2 minus x and all. So this will be third quadrant, 3 pi 270 minus x. Third quadrant will be cos is negative, so it will be minus. And after that, the sign changes because odd multiple of 90, so it is minus sin x. Right?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
So could I send a question from the
Yeah.
test?
Go ahead. Tell me if you are.
I can't tell it because
Okay.
it's like an expression. I'll just
Okay.
send it up.
Send it on WhatsApp or something, or chat or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. Wait. The fifth question. So y is equal to p plus 1 to the power 1 by 3 plus p minus 1 to the power 1 by 3 by p plus 1 to the power 1 by 3 minus p minus 1 to the power 1 by 3. And you have to find the value of y cube minus 3py square plus 3y minus p minus 3 is equal to what, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Y is equal to p plus 1 whole cube. Okay. Okay. Okay, so first thing I will notice here, as soon as you see any time ever in life this thing, right? I will do componendo and dividendo, right? So y plus 1 by y minus 1 is equal to, add the two. 2 times p plus 1 whole 1 by 3 by 2 times p minus 1 whole 1 by 3. What have I done? I've done componendo and dividendo. A by b is equal to c by d. Then a plus b by a minus b will be equal to c plus d by c minus d, no?
Yeah.
I
So
tried this, but then I went wrong somewhere.
why did you went wrong? Some careless mistake.
Yeah, maybe. And
This
I
is
didn't
y
have
by
time, so
this is y by 1. So this everyone understands, Bhavesh?
Yes, sir.
This you know, na? Okay. So in the exam, did you try this?
Sir, I actually don't remember doing this question.
Okay. So once you get this, cube it. Obvious thing to do is cube it. Y plus 1 whole cube by y minus 1 whole cube is equal to p plus 1 by p minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what? So now I have a feeling that you need the value of p somehow. So this thing looks like something nice. This looks like something we can find. Again, we can do componendo and dividendo and find the value of p and all. It's very easy to find the value of p. Let's just do that. So it is just y plus 1 whole cube plus y minus 1 whole cube by y plus 1 whole cube minus y minus 1 whole cube is equal to 2p by 2, right? So it is going to be p, right?
yeah.
Right? 2p by 2.
Yeah.
Right? So a cube plus b cube is what? A plus b. What is a plus b? Y plus 1 plus y minus 1. So 2y a square plus b square minus ab. A square plus b square will be 2y square plus 2 minus ab. Minus ab will be y square minus 1. Are you understanding what I am doing here?
Yeah.
I am taking this as a and this as b. This is a cube plus b cube, no?
Yeah.
I have written it as a plus b
Oh, yeah,
into
yeah.
a square plus b square minus ab. Okay.
Yeah.
And this also I will do the same. It is a minus b. A minus b is 2 into a square plus b square plus ab. So this is 2y square plus 2 plus y square minus 1. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So this becomes 2y. On top is 2y into y square plus 1, and denominator is 2 into 3y square plus 1. Okay. So 2 cancels. It is equal to p. So now I think if you just multiply it like this, it is over. Answer is 0. See? Because multiply it all, 3p y square plus p is equal to y cube plus y, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be 0. Maybe it is not. I was just hoping that it is 0. So y cube plus y is 3p y square plus p. So y cube minus 3p y square minus p
Yes,
plus
all that
y.
is there in the term we need, except instead of y, there's 3y over there.
This is equal to 0, right? We are getting this, no?
Yeah.
We are getting y cube plus minus 3 pi y square minus p plus y is equal to 0. Okay. So this part plus y minus
so
p.
2y minus 3.
So it should be 0 plus 2y minus 3. What are the options like? Is there any option?
No, it's integer.
Integers and all of that.
It's
This is
integer
integer type.
question.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Maybe we have made some silly mistake somewhere. Let's just check. I'm sure it will be 0 and all. Like I'm almost sure that it will be nicely coming out to be 0. So maybe we have made some silly mistake here. Let's just see.
Y plus supposed to get 3y somewhere.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we should get 3y and all. Oh, the answer would have been 3 then, right?
Yeah,
everything else would have disappeared and the answer will be 3. So yeah, almost sure that the answer is 3 here. So let's just verify it. We have made some mistake somewhere. So p plus 1 whole cube, this part is fine. P plus 1 whole cube by p minus 1 whole cube. Then cube it, this part is fine. Then add it. 2p by 2. Okay, maybe in this addition part we have made an error. Y plus 1 whole cube plus y minus 1 whole cube. I'll do it again. Y plus 1 whole cube plus whole cube by y plus 1 whole cube minus y minus 1 whole cube is equal to 2p by 2 or something, right? P plus 1 by p minus 1. So 2p by 2. Okay. This part you can expand it and do it also. So this is y cube plus 1 plus 3y y plus 1 plus y cube minus 1 minus 3y y minus 1 by y cube plus 1 plus 3y y plus 1 minus y cube plus 1 plus 3y y minus 1, right?
Yeah.
I've just done a cube plus b cube plus 3ab a plus b, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this becomes, on top becomes, this cancels, 1 cancels, this whole thing does not cancel. So this is 2y cube. This is gone. 3y square minus 3y square cancels. 3y and plus 3y. So plus 6y, right? Right? And denominator is this cancels. 2 plus 3y square plus 3y square. So plus 6y square minus 3y and plus 3y cancels, right? Okay, I feel like we had made an error earlier. Y cube plus 3y by 1 plus 3y square is equal to p. You get 3py square plus p is equal to y cube plus 3y. Now it is coming. Y cube minus 3py square plus 3y minus p is equal to 0. So you had an extra 3 there on top. Answer is 3 in the options and all, right? So the whole idea of correct answer is 3. Like because this part is disappearing and only 3 is left in this, in the modulus, right? The entire question, as soon as I saw that it is some p plus 1 to the power 1 by 3 and all, and something like this and something like this. As soon as I saw this, I was like, okay, obviously you have to do componendo and dividendo because it is a plus b by a minus b. And once you do componendo and dividendo, the next obvious idea is to cube it, no? Because you don't want to handle this 1 by 3 and all, right?
Yeah.
So it's obvious to cube it. Once you cube it, you get some p plus 1 by p minus 1, and is something. One more application of componendo dividendo will give you p, which is what we did here, right? So fine, everyone understands this, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that is a problem?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Okay. So fine. Then what we will do then is, why don't you guys try out two questions we'll look at from this, and 2-3 questions we'll look at from here, and then we will go to something else. I will finish one chapter, the trigonometric equations part I will do. So I'm just selecting the questions that you should attempt, but okay. Okay. Exercise 4. Exercise 4. Oh, why don't you try? Question number 4. A, B, and C. Question 4. Actually, there are 4 parts. So A, B, C, D are there. So let's just try all 4 parts of question 4. And then just to check whether you guys remember, and just to revise what we have done earlier. And after that, what we'll do is we'll go on to the next thing. Okay. Exercise 4, question number 4, A, B, C, D. You have around 10 to 12 minutes. Attempt this. We'll discuss. Question 4A. You can refer back to the theory to see your identities and whatnot. Hopefully.
So which page number?
Page number is, wait. Page number is, I think it is 53. Page number 53, I think. Yeah. Out of the 64 page, 52 is the first part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calculate using.
It calculate without using trigonometric tables.
Yeah.
So by solving these questions, it is like a revision of the formulas. Like you want to figure out whatever properties you need. If you are stuck on anyone, move on to the next one. Okay. We'll discuss in 10 minutes. Okay.
So what all questions should we do?
A, B, C, D. Question 4, there are 4 parts, no?
Yeah.
All those 4 parts, please attempt. Okay. Try it. See, if you are stuck, see the formulas that are there in the book. If you're stuck anywhere, just try and see which one you should apply and how to apply. Okay. Have you guys got anything? Part A? Okay. Let's try 4 cos 20 degree minus root 3 cot 20 degree. Okay. So first thing that comes to mind is convert cot to sine, cos and sine.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get 4 cos 20 minus root 3 cos 20 sine 20. Okay.
Okay.
Now cos by sine. Okay. So if you take a common denominator, sine 20, this becomes 4 cos 20 sine 20 minus root 3 cos 20. This is becoming 2 cos 40
times
sine 40.
sine 40. Yeah, I got
2
it
times
2 sine 40.
sine 40 minus root 3 cos 20 by
divided by
sine 20. Okay. And this root 3 cos 20 I will write as half 2 into half into root 3 cos 20, right? So 2 into root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 is sine 60.
Yeah.
So can it be written as 2 sine 60 cos 20, right? Right.
Yeah.
So 2 sine 60 cos 20 can be written as sine of 80 plus sine of 40. Because 60 plus 20 plus 60 minus 20. Right?
Yeah.
Correct. And so, okay, this seems to be the wrong approach because you're not getting, okay, wait, we have to subtract. So maybe it is right. Okay, it is right. 2 sine 40 minus, this becomes 2 sine 60 cos 20, no?
Yeah.
And 2 sine 60 cos 20 can be written as sine of 80 plus sine of 40, right? By sine of 20. So you end up getting sine 40 minus sine 60, right? By sine of 20. Now sine c minus sine d, if you do it, it becomes 2 sine c minus d by 2. So 2 sine minus 10 into cos c plus d by 2. Cos 100 by 2 cos 50 by sine 20, right? Correct?
Yeah.
I am applying again the formula sin c minus sin d. Okay.
Yeah.
So this becomes minus 2 sine 10 cos 50 by sine 20, right? So that is equal to minus 2 sine 10 cos 50 by 2 sine 10 cos 10 sine 20. So 2 sine 10 gets cancelled. So I'm getting minus cos 50 by cos 10. That is the thing now, right? Okay. Cos 50 minus cos 10. So, this is still not solved. This is sine 40 by sine cos 10. So this is not yet solved. So let's think of what we can do. What else we can do? Okay. Okay. Think of something else. Okay. So I'll try again. Okay. So what is it? Original thing was 4 cos 20 minus root 3 cot 20. 4 cos 20 minus root 3 cot 20. So this was 4 cos 20 minus root 3 cos 20 by sine 20. Okay. And this was equal to, we will still do the root 3 by 2 thing. So root 3 by 2 thing will still do. It becomes 4 cos 20 minus root 3 by 2 into 2 cos 20 by sine 20. So I'll take 2 cos 20 common. 2 minus root 3 by 2 sine 20. Right? This is what we are getting. Right? And that is 2 minus sine 60 by sine 20. Right? 2 cos 20, 2 minus sine 60 by sine 20. Okay. Now we have to think what we should do here. So 2 sine 20 minus sine 60. Sine 20 minus sine 60. Right? Okay. We have 2 cos 20, 2 sine 20 minus sine 60, sine 20 plus sine 20 minus sine 60 by sine 20. Right? So let's apply sin C minus sin D here. Becomes 2 sine 20 minus 60 is 40 by 2. So sine minus sine 20. Cos 20 plus 60, 40, 80 by 2. So cos 40. And that becomes minus 2 sine 20 cos 40. Right? So we get 2 cos 20 and sine 20 minus 2 sine 20 cos 40 by sine 20. Are you sure we are getting this? I'm doing this formula. This part we are applying a formula. Sin C minus sin D.
Yeah.
Is it this? Is this, no? So that is minus 2 sine 20. So now sine 20 gets cancelled.
Okay.
So we get 2 cos 20, 1 minus 2 cos 40. Right? Okay. So, okay. 2 cos 20, 1 minus 2 cos 40. So 2 cos 20 minus, okay. So just simplify it. 2 cos 20 minus 2 times cos 20 cos 40. Right? This is the situation. And how can we get cos? We get 2 cos A cos B when you do cos A plus B plus cos A minus B.
Yeah.
Right? So this 2 cos I can write as 2 cos 20 minus 2 cos A plus B is cos 60 plus cos A minus B is cos minus 20, which is same as cos 20. Right? So that's
Yeah.
it. Now it is over because 2 cos 20 gets cancelled with cos 20. You get minus 2 cos 60. The other thing gets cancelled.
Yeah.
Is minus 1. So it is not easy, but it is doable in the sense that you keep trying what will work and eventually something will work, right? So here, what worked was taking 2 cos 20 common. Taking 2 cos 20 common was the idea. Once you took it common and wrote it as sin 60 by sin 20, after that the series of simplifications is obvious. 2 sin 20 minus sin 60. How did I simplify it? I did not worry about the 2. I separated it into sin 20 plus sin 20 minus sin 60.
Yeah.
Right? And sin 20 minus sin 60 came as this. Sin 20 minus sin 60 came as this. Then sin 20 immediately got cancelled. And after that, it is just, after that, it's straightforward. The only part where you could have done something else, like we did in the first time, was when I did not take cos 20 common. First time I was trying something else, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, in the step after that,
Which one? Which
the
step?
2 cos 20,
Hmm.
yeah, this one.
Hmm.
So we could have taken sin 60 by sin 20 as sin A plus B by sin A minus B, right?
A and B would have been 40 and 20.
40
Yes.
and 20.
Yes, you could have.
So we would have got the same answer, right?
It's the same thing,
Like, we
but
would
you have to
got-
eventually, like, even if you write it like this, even if you written it like this, you would have to eventually deal with the fact that you have to do something about this 2 sin 40 minus 20 minus sin 40 plus 20, no? Correct? So
yeah.
the only way you can simplify it by doing this. You understand? There's no other way to do it. Like, what else will you do? Even if you wrote it like that, it's not like some obvious formula is there for that, no? There is no formula for sin A plus B by sin A minus B. There is a formula for sin A plus B into sin A minus B, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope every step is clear. So let's try part B. Part B is find out the value of 2 cos 40 minus cos 20 by sin 20. 2 cos 40 minus cos 20 by sin 20. By sin 20. So again here, now that we have done, okay, so this is a very similar type of question. So again, the same idea we'll try to use. Cos 40 plus cos 40 minus cos 20 by sin 20. And this we can simplify. Cos minus cos is 2 sin sin. 2 sin c plus d by 2. This plus this, 40 plus 20, 60 by 2. So 30 sin d minus c by 2. This minus this. 20 minus 40 minus 20 by 2 minus 10.
Minus 10.
Right? So this becomes by sin 20. This sin 30 is half is 1, right? This goes away, right?
Yeah.
Half and 2 cancel. So you get cos 40 minus sin 10 by sin 20, right? So now this cos 40 can be written as sin 50, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sin C minus sin D, 2 sin C minus D by 2, 50 minus 10, 40 by 2, 2 sin 20, cos C plus D by 2, 50 plus 10, 60 by 2, so cos 30 by sin 20.
Yeah.
Right? So this was fairly easy. 2 into root 3 by 2 comes. Root 3 is the answer. You understand how it came?
Yes, sir.
So we did this and we got this, and then sin 10 came, but we cannot apply a formula for cos minus sin. So instead, to make it sin minus sin, right? Cos 40 can be written as sin 50, right? Let's look at part C. Part C is cos power 6 plus cos power 6. Okay. Pi by 16, 3 pi by 16, 5 pi by 16, 7 pi by 16. Cos power 6. We have to find the value of this. Now, like immediately, it doesn't seem obvious what to do. So
The
first thing
sum of all angles is what?
so pi 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is what? 16.
16
So
pi by 16.
Okay. So let's take pi by 16 as theta. So we have cos 6 theta plus cos 6 3 theta plus cos 6 5 theta plus cos 6 7 theta, right? Where we have okay, this is the thing, and then what we can do here is 5 theta. Let's try and understand what this 5 theta and all is. So isn't 5 theta is equal to 5 pi by 16 is pi by 2 minus 3 theta. See, it is 5 theta. What is it? 5 theta plus 3 theta is pi by 2, no? Basically 8 theta is pi by 2, you know.
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
So 5 theta is equal to pi by 2 minus 3 theta. So if you write cos 5 theta, it will be sin 3 theta, right? Correct. So
Yeah.
this one I can write as sin power 6 3 theta, and this one I can write as 7 theta will be sin theta. So sin power 6 theta. This is cos power 6 theta and cos power 6 3 theta, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So now I can isolate this and this and this and this, simplify separately, right? Correct.
Yeah.
So you can just do cos 6 plus sin 6 will be a cube plus b cube. So
Yeah.
cos square theta plus sin square theta multiplied by cos power 4 theta plus sin power 4 theta minus cos 4 theta sin 4 theta. And same thing happens here. This is cos power 4 3 theta plus sin power 4 3 theta minus cos power 4 cos square. This is cos square and cos square. Cos square 3 theta and sin square 3 theta, right?
Yeah.
Because the other term a square plus a plus b term will become 0, no? It will become 1. This term is becoming 1. So you have 1 minus 3 cos square theta cos sin square theta plus 1 minus 3 cos square 3 theta and sin square 3 theta, right? This is what you have, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 1 minus 3 by 4 into 4 sin square theta cos square theta plus 1 minus 3 by 4 into 4 cos square 3 theta and sin square 3 theta, right? So this is 1 minus 3 by 4 sine square 2 theta plus 1 minus 3 by 4 sine square 6 theta, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So 2 minus, the thing is 2 minus 3 by 4 common. Sine square 2 theta is cos square 6 theta, no?
Yeah.
Plus sine square 6 theta. 2 minus 3 by 4. 5 by 4. See, this sine square 2 theta plus sine square 6 theta is what? Sine square 6 theta. 6 theta is equal to pi by 2 minus 2 theta, no?
Yeah.
So it's easy, right? Sine 6 theta is cos 2 theta.
Yeah.
So this plus this becomes 1. So 2 minus 3 by 4 is coming. That is 5 by 4,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's about like first noticing that pi by 16 is theta, then 8 theta is equal to pi by 2. And 8 theta is pi by 2, then 7 theta will be 90 minus theta.
Mm.
And 5 theta will be 90 minus 3 theta. And so on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And once you notice that, it becomes simpler. It becomes this plus this, a cube plus b cube, this plus this, that is also a cube plus b cube, and so on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Part D. Part D, let's try. What is part D? You have to do tan 10 minus tan 50 plus tan 70. Tan 10 degree minus tan 50 degree plus tan 70 degree. Okay. Okay. So how will you do it? Any ideas?
If it was multiplication, then it would have been easy.
Why don't you think of noticing 50 and 70? What is special about them? Right?
Yeah.
Right. So we might as well just write it like this, no? Minus tan of 60 minus 10. How can we write it? We can write as tan 60 minus tan 10 by 1 plus tan 60 tan 10 plus tan 60 plus tan 10 by 1 minus tan 60 tan 10, right? So this is just tan 10 minus root 3 minus tan 10 by 1 plus root 3 tan 10 plus root 3 plus tan 10 by 1 minus root 3 tan 10, right?
So isn't there like a better way? Because if you take everything as sine by cos,
Mm-hmm.
and then you take common denominator, you get cos 10, cos 15, cos 70. That's nothing but cos 60 minus theta into cos theta.
No,
Cos
but the
60
problem
plus
is that there are three terms, no, in the numerator.
Yeah.
It will be annoying to handle those 3 terms and all. If it was 2 and all, it would have been fine. But the numerator is anyway going to be annoying. So, I mean, you can try it. Maybe that is also going to work out. Like, you can just try it. But what I am seeing is this is obvious because this part is going to be just 1 minus 3 tan square 10. And I will just multiply with this. So it will become root 3 plus tan 10 plus 3 tan 10 plus root 3 tan square 10 plus root 3 minus tan 10 minus 3 tan 10 plus root 3 tan square 10. I have subtracted. Wait. I have subtracted, but have I subtracted correctly? Plus. So when you subtract, it becomes this minus this. So 1 into root 3 is correct, but it becomes minus minus root 3, and minus tan 10 becomes a plus, and minus root 3 minus 3 tan 10 becomes a plus. This becomes a minus. Okay, so root 3 cancels. 3 tan 10 and plus 3 tan 10. This becomes a minus, so this cancels. So you have you get around this and this, tan 10 plus 3 tan 10, so 4 tan 10 from there and 4 tan 10 from there, so 8 tan 10 by 1 minus 3 tan square 10 plus tan 10. So it becomes tan 10 minus 3 tan cube 10. So 9 tan 10 minus 3 tan cube 10 by 1 minus 3 tan square 10. So it becomes 3 common. It becomes 3 tan 10 minus tan cube 10 by tan 30. 3 by root. This is going to fit in a formula after you take 3 common. 3 tan 10 minus tan cube 10 by 1 minus 3 tan square 10 is equal to tan 3 into 10.
Yeah.
So tan 30. So it's just a little bit of simplification and all, and it comes. Maybe another approach would also be done. You can take, I would have tried first, let the tan 10 remain and just did this and this in sine and cos. Sine 70 by cos 70 minus sine 50 by cos 50. So sine 70 cos 50 minus sine 50 cos 70 will be sine 70 minus 50. Sine 20 by, I'm getting cos 70 cos 50, and cos, this is equal to cos 70, so this cancels. So minus 1, I'm getting plus 1 by cos 50, and that side is tan 10. So tan 10 sine 10 by cos 10 plus 1 by cos 50. So
Yeah.
you get sine 10 cos 50 plus cos 10. That is the part which becomes slightly annoying now, because it's a 1 only, plus 1. So 1 can probably be written as sine 90. Is that going to help? Sine 90, no, don't help. So maybe actually maybe the tan version is only simpler. There's nothing hard about this, no? Just direct simplification, right? The method that I followed is obvious, that anybody could have done, right? Any other method doesn't seem, immediately there is no solution in any other method. Okay, anyway, I want you guys to practice more. See, you need practice, okay? It does not happen immediately. Like this whole chapter, unless you practice enough, you will not be able to solve questions in time with the constraints of an exam. So make sure you practice. It is, all of it is easy, but trigonometry can be quite tricky also. Like it's not necessarily going to be doable, even if it is all theoretically very easy. What I will do right now is discuss trigonometric equations. Trigonometric equation. In trigonometric equation, it's a very simple topic. What I want to solve is equations like this. What is theta? Right now, you know what is theta, no?
Yeah.
What is theta?
30.
But is it only 30?
150.
And forever infinite values? You understand? There are infinite solutions to these equations, no?
Yeah.
You can keep getting angles, no? Pi by 6, pi by 6, 2 pi plus pi by 6, right? And so on, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So, solving a trigonometric equation means finding an expression for all possible roots, all possible solutions, not just finding a specific angle. It is very easy to say, I know one angle, but what you have to do ultimately is find all possible solutions, not ignore some solutions, right?
Yeah.
So what we will learn is how to write the general solution of this. So what I will tell you is this: half is equal to sine pi by 6. The general solution can be written as n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into pi by 6. Now n can be any integer. Now check if n is equal to 0, what do you get? Pi by 6, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If n is equal to 1, what do you get? Pi minus pi by 6,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
n is equal to 2, you get 2 pi plus pi by 6. N is equal to 3, you get 3 pi minus pi by 6, which is the same as 2 pi plus 5 by 5 by 6. You are getting all the values, no?
Yeah.
And n can be any integer from 0 onwards. Every integer, you will get all the possible values. You understand? Is everyone understanding why this is a formula that covers everything?
Yeah.
Can you explain the formula part again?
So theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n pi by 6. Okay. So pi by 6 is this angle. Sin theta is equal to sin pi by 6 was happening. No?
Yeah.
So now take n is equal to 0. It will become 0 plus 1 into pi by 6. If n is equal to 0, you get 0 plus 1, right? Because minus 1 power 0 is 1.
1. Yeah.
N is equal to 1, you get which angle? Pi minus pi by 6.
Yeah.
Which is the 5 pi by 6 angle that you needed, no?
Yeah.
Similarly, now you'll get n is equal to 2, you get 2 pi plus pi by 6, which is the angle that you needed here. So for n values can be any integer from 0 onwards, and slowly you will keep getting all the possible angles, right?
So,
So this is called writing the general solution for the equation. So if I have something like this, suppose, and I have to find all possible angles of theta. So I'll say root 3 by 2 is equal to sine of which angle? Pi by 3, right?
yeah.
This is a specific solution. Pi by 3 is a solution. Theta is equal to pi by 3 is a solution. No? It's a specific solution. One particular solution, right?
Yeah.
And if you want a general solution, you want an expression which will give you all possible theta, right?
Yeah.
That will be n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into pi by 3.
Okay.
So now you can check. N is equal to 0, you get pi by 3. N is equal to 1, you get pi minus pi by 3. So 2 pi by 3. Now 120 degree is also root 3 by 2, no? Sine 120.
Yeah.
So that is correct. And n is equal to 2, you get 2 pi plus pi by 3, which is obvious.
Yeah.
So again, you will fit all of the possible values of theta will fit in this formula. So in general, what you have is, if you have an equation like this, sine theta is equal to sine of alpha, where this is a known value or something, right? In the sense that sine theta could be half, could be 3/2, could be 0.25 or anything, right? Then the general solution of this equation is theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into alpha. Okay. So here, any value of theta you can find using this formula. N can be a positive integer or 0. Positive integer. It can be also be 0. N can be 0. Right? You keep putting the value. This is what we are doing. See, here the alpha was pi by 3. In the previous question, alpha was pi by 6, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now what we'll also do is a general solution for cos theta. Cos theta is equal to, suppose, half, right? Try to guess what are the values of theta which will satisfy this. One is cos pi by 3, right?
Then 2 pi.
2 pi by 3 doesn't happen because it's minus half.
Yeah.
So pi by 3 is 1, then 2 pi minus pi by 3 is 1. So that is 5 pi by 3. Then there is 2 pi plus pi by 3, 7 pi by 3, right?
Yeah.
There is 4 pi minus pi by 3, so 11 pi by 3. These are the possible solutions, right? Convince yourself that that is true. This is 60 degree, this is 300 degree, this is 420 degree, and this is 720 degree minus, no wait, 4 pi. 4 pi is 720 degree minus this. So 660 degree and so on. You understand? At all of these angles, you can verify and see if it is cos theta is half or not, right?
Yeah.
It will be half. So now I want a formula which captures all of these values. Okay. I want a nice formula which captures all of these values. So the formula turns out to be theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. N is any integer, including 0. So if you put 0, what happens? Theta becomes, isn't that correct? Cos theta will be 1/2, no, for both of them.
Yeah.
If n is equal to 1, you put theta becomes what? 2 pi plus minus pi by 3. See, this value and this value are covered in that.
Yeah.
Then n is equal to 2 if you put. Theta becomes 4 pi plus minus pi by 3. This value 660 is covered. Then 720 plus 60, 780 is also an answer. Those two will be covered by this. See, 2n pi plus minus pi by 3 means all the answers are near some even multiple of pi, and on either side of it 60 degree gap. So near 360 degree you had 300 is a solution and 420 is a solution, right? Similarly, near 4 pi you'll get 4 pi minus pi by 3 is a solution, and 4 pi plus pi by 3 is also a solution. You understand?
Yeah.
So the general formula for equation like cos theta is equal to cos alpha will be theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. For sine theta is equal to sine alpha, the general formula was theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n alpha. Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can check. So this part is the known part. Okay, it will be given like this. Cos theta will be some 3/4. So in that case, you don't know the angle alpha, no?
Yeah.
If it was given that cos theta, solve the equation, cos theta is equal to 3/4. So what I will write it as theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus. What is the alpha? The alpha is cos inverse of 3/4, right?
Yeah.
what is this alpha? I need some cos alpha to be this, no? Then only this is in the correct form,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Also, you can sort of understand why this formula is coming. Let's try to understand why the formula is coming. Sin theta is equal to sin alpha. Let's do sin theta minus sin alpha is equal to 0. So apply your formula. 2 sin theta minus alpha by 2 cos theta plus alpha by 2, right, is equal to 0,
Yeah.
right? So this will be 0 if either this is 0 or this is 0, right? Theta minus alpha by 2 could be a multiple of n pi, no? For
Yeah.
sine to be 0.
Yeah.
Any multiple of pi
Zero,
will
right?
fit, right?
Yeah.
And this one to be 0, cos this one. It means it should be an even odd multiple of pi by 2, no? Cos will be
Yeah.
0 at odd multiples of pi by 2. It will not be 0 at multiples of pi, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you get from here you get theta is equal to 2n pi plus alpha, right?
Yeah.
And or you get theta plus alpha is equal to pi. So theta is equal to 2k plus 1 pi minus alpha, right?
Yeah.
So this is even multiple of pi and this is odd multiple of pi, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So theta can either be even multiple of pi plus alpha, or theta can be odd multiple of pi minus alpha, right?
Okay.
So you understand? To
Yeah.
make this 0, no?
Yeah.
Everyone follows that this condition and this condition, no?
Yeah.
So then I'm just simplifying and solving for theta there, right?
Yeah.
So in general, now you can combine this or this to write it like n pi, any multiple of pi plus minus 1 to the power n alpha. So when it is even, it will become 2k pi plus alpha. When it is odd, it will become 2k plus 1 pi minus alpha.
Yeah.
Right? So this is a general formula that fits both of them, no? Covers both
Yeah.
of them. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody should be getting the idea why we come to this formula, right?
Yeah.
So now it is clear how we got that, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, you can yourself derive y cos theta is equal to cos alpha. The solution is theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. You can do your cos theta minus cos alpha is equal to 0 and figure it out. Convince yourself that this is the solution, right?
Yeah.
Now, the final equation that we'll want to solve is tan theta is equal to tan alpha. Okay. In this case, the solution comes out to be theta is equal to n pi plus alpha. Okay. So, for example, let's say tan theta is equal to root 3. Tell me which angle? 60 degree. What other
Yeah.
angles? Third quadrant angle,
Yeah.
240 degree,
80. Yeah.
right? Because third quadrant tan is positive, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then 2 pi plus 60. So 360 plus 60, so 420 degree, right?
Yeah.
And so on, 2 pi plus this. So 360 plus this, 600 degree will be the next one. These are the possible values of the angles for which tan theta is root 3. Now, okay. Now clearly, what formula will fit to? See, n pi plus alpha clearly fits, no? N is equal to 0, it is 60. N is equal to 1,
Yeah.
it is 180 plus 60, 240. N is equal to 2, it is 2 pi plus 60, 420, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. You can also derive it. You can also say that sine theta by cos theta minus, or rather say tan theta minus tan alpha is equal to 0. Sine by cos. So sine theta cos alpha minus cos theta sine alpha by cos theta cos alpha is equal to 0. So this is equal to sine of theta minus alpha by cos is equal to 0. So that means sine of theta minus alpha is 0. So theta minus alpha can be n pi. So theta will be equal to n pi plus alpha. No?
Yeah.
A fraction can be 0 if the numerator is 0.
Yeah.
So this fraction will be 0 only when the numerator is 0. Numerator is 0 when theta is equal to n pi plus alpha.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Correct, no?
Yeah.
So right now we have learned how to solve 3 types of equations. Sin theta is equal to sine alpha, cos theta is equal to cos alpha, and tan theta is equal to tan alpha. And in each
Yeah.
case, we have learned a way to write all possible solutions of it. Now we are not going to be like amateurs. We are going to say just one angle. We will say directly all the possible angles, right? This
Right.
formula
So-
gives,
We just write this formula like for all the answers.
so we will say that what is, suppose sine theta is equal to root 3 by 2. I will say theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n pi by 3. These are all the possible angles which will satisfy this,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I will not say
Yeah.
just pi by 3. No, pi by 3, just pi by 3 is not the complete answer. No, this is the complete answer.
Yeah.
So that is what I mean. This formula gives you every possible angle, right? Convince yourself by deriving it also once. The way I derived this and this, right?
Yeah.
You should convince yourself that this formula makes sense for you. The way to derive it is using your sin C minus sin D and all from the earlier chapter, right?
Yeah.
Correct. What I will do is I will send you a sheet for trigonometric equations as well.
Okay.
The homework will be trigonometric ratios sheet, and maybe start looking at least this. Start it
Okay.
at least, right?
Mhm.
Mainly the homework will be do this. Practice as much as you can. Okay.
Yeah.
Next week, if you have doubts and all, we'll discuss problems of this trigonometric equations. Next to next week, we will do triangle. So next week, so by May, I want to end trigonometry. End of
Okay.
May will be the end of trigonometry. So how many weeks do you have? 18, 25, and one more maybe. But first class of
Yeah.
June. Okay, so 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks I want to end trigonometry. So next week,
Okay.
hopefully you will come prepared and we'll do some questions. And once we do some questions, we can probably even start our properties of triangles, the last chapter.
Yeah.
Okay. We can probably start next week only. And then 2 more weeks we have for that. So properties of triangles will spend 2 weeks at least, right? And
Yeah.
so hopefully come back with some problems. If you are stuck at any place, just you can message me through the week also. You can message on the group, say that I'm having this difficulty or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Reach out to me if you're stuck at any place, if you need some immediate help and all. But make sure that you try enough here. Because otherwise it's like I'm going ahead and you guys are not coming with me, right? That should not happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for today. We'll
So,
have,
sir, what kind of questions
Uh-huh.
are there for these equations?
you will see, I'll send you the sheet today. You can see, right? Have a look at the sheet. You will understand. Like basically it will be different type of equations. Like for example, solve sine 2 theta is equal to cos 3 theta. Find all possible angles which satisfy, right? So I will just show this example. When will this be true? Now it is not sufficient here to just find one angle and be happy, right?
Yeah.
What we want is all possible angles, right? So I will write this as
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is fine. And now notice that it is fitting our pattern. When we have a equation like this, then we know the answer is this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I will call this as my A and I'll call this as my B. So my answer should be A should be equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into B, no?
Yeah.
So the 2 theta will be equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into pi by 2 minus 3 theta, right? Right.
Yeah.
From this
Yeah.
equation, now our job is to find theta. So I will take two cases because this minus 1 power n is annoying. So I'll take two cases. N is even. So I get 2 theta is equal to 2k pi plus pi by 2 minus 3 theta, in which case 5 theta becomes 4k plus 1 pi by 2 and theta becomes 4k plus 1 pi by 10, right? Where k is any integer, right?
Yeah.
This is one answer. The other answer will when n is odd, then n can be written as 2k plus 1, right? So you get 2 theta is equal to 2k plus 1 pi minus pi by 2 plus 3 theta, right? So then you get
Yeah.
theta is equal to pi by 2 minus 2k plus 1 pi, right?
Yeah.
These are the possible answers.
Okay.
You understand? So now you can pick any k value and all, and you will get things which satisfy. And because you have got it in terms of k, you get infinite number of angles, no, here, all possible angles, right?
Yeah.
You understand? This is a typical example. There can be more complicated examples. Have a look at the sheet that I sent. Have a look at the sheet, but first focus on the ratios and identities sheet, because
Yeah.
that is the part where you have to master before you can do very well in the rest of trigonometry. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's it for today. Yeah. Let me know if there are any problems. Okay. We'll have chemistry on
So-
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.